Today, we're talking about different W engine configurations, from the well-known W12 and W16 engines used in Bentley and Bugatti, to far less common W engine designs like the W24 and W30, which were used in high-speed boats. And experimental military tanks during World War II. But first, let's understand why we actually need a W engine. Is a V engine or an inline engine configuration not enough? Let's find out. The W engine was not created because the V engine is bad or produces insufficient power, but to pack more power into less space. Unlike a V configuration, where cylinders are arranged in two banks, a W configuration combines two narrow-angle V engines, reducing the overall size of the engine while still producing more power. Now let's start understanding each W engine type, beginning with the W3 engine. A W3 engine is a three-cylinder internal combustion engine with a truly unusual layout. Instead of lining up all three cylinders in a straight row, like an inline-3 engine, the W3 places one cylinder in the center and two cylinders angled outward at 45 degrees, forming a compact W shape. All three pistons connect to a single crankshaft, keeping the design mechanically unified and compact. The most famous example is the Fueling W3, developed by Jim Fueling in the early 2000s. This machine uses a 2.5-liter W3 engine with a total displacement of 2,500 cubic centimeters. It is air-cooled, features 2 valves per cylinder, and produces a massive 245 Newton-meters of torque at just 3,000 revolutions per minute. That kind of low-end punch gives the Fueling W3 a top speed of 236 kilometers per hour, making it one of the fastest motorcycles of its time. Next one is W6 engine. It is one of those ideas that makes you smile and ask, who thought of this and why not? It is a 6-cylinder internal combustion engine, created by placing two W3 engine units side by side, all connected to a single common crankshaft. The result is a compact W-shaped layout that was far ahead of its time. In this configuration, each cylinder uses one intake valve and one exhaust valve, keeping the design relatively simple despite the unusual layout. The most famous application of the W6 engine appeared in the Rumpler Tropfenwagen, a revolutionary car developed in 1921 by Austrian engineer Edmund Rumpler. The name Tropfenwagen literally means teardrop car, and it earned that name thanks to its incredibly aerodynamic shape, something the automotive world would not fully appreciate until decades later. Under the skin, the Tropfenwagen used a 2.58-liter, 2,580 cubic centimeters, W6 engine producing 36 horsepower. While that may not sound impressive today, in the early 1920s, it was enough to push the car to a top speed of 110 kilometers per hour, about 68 miles per hour. Okay, from here my friend Joe will take over.
Now let's move on to the mainstream W engines, starting with the W12. The W12 is a 12-cylinder piston engine made up of 4 banks of 3 cylinders, arranged in a compact W configuration. From an engineering standpoint, the W12 is created by joining two narrow-angle 15-degree VR6 engines on a single crankshaft, positioned 72 degrees apart. The W12 engine first entered production in the Volkswagen Phaeton, and later became famous in high-end models from Bentley and Audi. Over the years, Bentley refined the W12 into one of the most powerful and refined engines ever used in a production luxury car. A modern 6.0-liter W12 typically produces 600 to 650 horsepower, with massive torque available at low engine speeds. This makes W12-powered cars incredibly smooth, effortless at highway speeds, and brutally quick when pushed, all while maintaining the quiet refinement expected from ultra-luxury vehicles. But as emissions regulations tightened and electrification became a priority, the W12 gradually faded from production. Bentley officially ended W12 production in July 2024. Now let's move on to the most famous W engine of all, the W16. The W16 is a 16-cylinder piston engine made up of 4 banks of 4 cylinders, arranged in a bold W configuration. W16 are extremely rare, but there is one legendary exception, the Volkswagen Group 8.0-liter W16, which has been in continuous use since 2005, powering icons like the Bugatti Veyron and Chiron. This W16 engine displaces 8 liters and uses an astonishing 4 turbochargers. At its core, it is essentially 2 narrow-angle VR8 engines joined together at a 90-degree angle on a single crankshaft. But the most extreme version of this engine, installed in the track-focused Bugatti Bolide, produces a jaw-dropping 1,825 horsepower at 7,000 revolutions per minute. Numbers like these sound fictional, yet they are very real. The The story of the W16 goes beyond Bugatti. At the 1999 Geneva Motor Show, Bentley unveiled a mid-engine, two-seat concept car powered by an 8-liter W16, hinting at the immense potential of this layout. Now let's talk about the W24 engine. This rare giant features 24 cylinders, arranged as 3 straight 8 engines mounted together to form a dramatic W configuration. The story begins in the roaring 1920s with Horace Elgin Dodge Jr., a man deeply involved in high-speed boat racing. In 1925, Dodge set out to build a racing boat that would be completely unbeatable. To bring that dream to life, he approached Wesenberg Brothers Racing with a bold challenge: build an engine powerful enough to dominate the Gold Cup. A formal agreement was signed in 1926 for the construction of 2 complete engines. The ultimate test came in 1931 when the Gold Cup race was held on Lake Montauk. The W24 engine was installed in Dodge's racing boat. Expectations were sky high, but reality proved cruel. The boat failed to finish the first heat, and instead of glory, the massive 24-cylinder engine delivered mostly frustration. Now last, but certainly not least, the W30 engine proves that wartime engineering had exactly one mindset: build it now, make it work, and make it powerful. This mechanical colossus is the Chrysler A57 Multibank, a 30-cylinder, 20.5-liter engine created in 1941, just as the United States entered World War II. Unlike elegant automotive W engines, the A57 was built for urgency. The US military urgently needed a rear-mounted tank engine that could be designed, built, and mass-produced in the shortest possible time.